Cullinan Holdings was established in 1901 as the famous diamond mining company which went on to produce the world's largest ever rough diamond, that in 1905. The company has since evolved into one of South Africa's leading JSE-listed tourism and leisure groups with a market cap of 1 billion rand, a price-to-earnings ratio of 28.3, so this is not a cheap stock, and a dividend yield of 1.3%. And I'm going to ask you, Chris, to start with a very illiquid company.
That's the problem. It's a very illiquid company, as you can see from this rather erratic-looking share price graph. Look, you know, it's got a lot of strings to its bow. I mean, it's got a lot of tour group companies in there. It's got Thompson's Travel, all this type of thing. And coming back to what I said a few moments ago, I think if we see a sustainably weaker rand and we start attracting a lot more genuine foreign tourists to this country, then we could well see a company like this do quite well out of it.
I think the problem is the flip side of that. You might see local tourists travel, closer to home rather than use their package tours to travel, abroad. So, there's a positive and a negative to that. I think probably the weakening rand, there are probably more positives in terms of the inflows. But you can see the illiquidity because they're controlled, I think, by the Tolman family.
So hardly any free float here.
Yeah, if you add up all the big stakes, I think it's 90% plus or somewhere in that region. So it's completely illiquid. And I had a look at the bids and offers, and you can, drive 10 double-decker buses between the bids and offers. So yeah, that's probably the most unfortunate part. And then they tend to look illiquid. On the positive side, I think they're run by one of the few women CEOs. I think her name's Linda Pampalis. And she was one of the founding shareholders of Thompson. So they've done those acquisitions along the way.
Well, you should back it just on that fact, Chris. One of the few women CEOs in South Africa, actually.
Yeah, look, I think it's a well-run company. And problem I've got is the illiquidity. And it's expensive. So those two together kind of put me off a bit.
Should we go to hot or not on this one?
Yeah, for those very reasons that you can't get stock, and when you have to sell it, unfortunately, although on the buy side they looked like there were quite a few, but you just can't get any stock. So on that basis, not.
Chris, hot or not?
No.
Not hot.